If I could light him on fire at that moment, I'd probably do it.
Where are you going, Kel?
Lisa, here.
Come here.
My tomatoes this morning
Come
were,
on in.
were no longer wilted.
Come on in.
Are we on?
Oh yeah, we've been recording this whole time.
They're called Italian sweet peppers. So right now
Are they like the little ones?
they're medium sized, I guess. They're not like a bell pepper. I don't think they have the width of like a bell pepper, but they're so cool because they're kind of crinkly and weird looking, which I love them. But and they're green now because they're still growing. But I looked at it this morning after all of that heat, and they went nuts. I mean, there's peppers everywhere.
But they thought they were in New Mexico
I
again.
love it. And you're not supposed to pick them
Did
till
you
they're
buy them
red.
from Hatch
No,
so that
smarty.
you could plant them
You're
yourself?
just trying to start fights with me.
I am, because you have already started this nonsense.
How did I start it?
Before-
All I said
before
was
I
you
even came out of my
look
office.
so handsome today.
Before I even came out of my office, you started this.
Because you mouthed off when
Oh.
I was asking
Oh.
Kaylee a question. A valid question. I'm just simply, it's not even a big deal. We're just talking and they're talking about Conflag and I've told them they're losing out. And then I just happened to say, is Will going on Conflag? I think that's a pretty normal question because you went on Conflag before. I'm just simply saying,
That's a good
Hey,
question to ask Will.
hold on. So Kaylee is sitting right there, and I said, "Is Will going on Conflag?" And she said, "No." And then who pipes up from the back office?
Will's not going.
Like I needed him to say it, because I know Kaylee would tell me if she didn't know, she'd say, "I don't know."
I didn't tell Kaylee I wasn't going.
Kaylee said you were not going
How does she know that?
because
said
she's
you weren't
not.
going?
Because you said you were going, smarty.
I heard you say you were.
I feel like this is a form of like group therapy with like what do you call it?
By the way, this is not
Accountability.
mine.
Group
Oh, so for those of you that don't know, welcome in Kelby.
Hi.
Our
Kelby
guest-
Cano.
Guest appearance, Kelby Kano. She is our one of our seasonals, but also our therapist.
Mhm.
Got files on all of you.
You do.
That's real.
You do. See, she just sits over in the corner with her pen and notepad.
And she goes, no, actually, she goes like this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Working on the facial control.
And how does
Yeah.
that make you feel?
How long have you felt that way?
But yes, this is a form of group therapy. It's really mainly just me and Mary Ann fighting and talking about stuffs and things.
I came in here when Will first walked out of his office this morning. I looked right at Will and I said, "Oh, Will, you look so handsome today."
No.
Yes, I
let's,
did.
Hang on. Let's say it in the tone that you actually used.
That's
So,
the tone I used.
No.
Oh, you look so handsome today.
Yeah, that was more like it.
Yes, and I said, "Gosh, that shirt is just
Oh, yeah.
really looks nice on
wow.
you."
Oh, that shirt is just so good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the audience, does that sound sincere or does that sound...
It was sincere, people.
Well, what is your history with compliments and everything?
Yeah,
I don't get any.
Okay.
sure you do. So you should really, as you and I were talking
See,
yesterday
most of the comments...
about coaching,
Hang on.
you don't want people to hand them out all the time because that way when they give you one, it makes you feel good because you know that they don't hand them out all the time.
Not with today's
But
youth.
not you.
Not with today's youth. That doesn't work.
It does with Kelby. And it does with Kelby. We were just talking about it.
Did you tie your finger in a knot? What happened over there?
No, my hand like cramped up, and now my hand's all tingling.
But anyway,
So I give you the first compliment I've ever given you in all the years
well,
I've known
hang
you.
on. That's not true. Most of the time, it's a couple of jabs, and then, no, seriously, you do look good.
I was just
Right?
I was trying
So,
to
it's
lead
more-
with the right foot and he
I'm
can't handle it.
not used to actually getting the compliment as a compliment without a couple of jabs, so I know it's not true. It's not a real compliment. So I'll never wear the shirt again, and I'll bring my green one tomorrow, just for you.
You look like crap today.
See, that's what I'm used to. Thank you. I appreciate you.
So did you feel suspicious then?
Very.
Shouldn't have. I
See?
just that's my
See?
favorite
Was there
shirt that
any
he
agenda?
wears.
Do you feel like
And-
should have had an agenda for you?
I like this.
Agenda?
See, we're talking group therapy, and we have our therapist with her. I'm surprised she's not typing.
You know, I have to buy his clothes. I should just buy him a bunch of
You
polos.
do. You
in-
do buy my
in
clothes.
royal blue. It's the
You,
best color.
you literally are the one that puts the order in.
I'm not buying you stupid lime green
I do need a
or
sand.
ugly
I-
drab gray.
I do
ever
need.
again.
I do need one that matches Joe's salmon one.
No, you don't.
Coral. Sorry,
Yeah.
coral.
Coral.
Okay, here's the deal with that ugly coral shirt that I don't like. I didn't buy it. Ginger did.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
here's the problem.
Gosh, I
My
don't think I
wife's-
can find that.
My wife's taste is closer to yours, so
Oh, I guess you're not gonna get one then.
I'll have to do it myself.
What? It's like a peachy pink.
It's coral.
Coral.
No.
I will say though, it is nice that when they're wearing a shirt on scene, for myself, and I don't know how Kaylee feels,
That one.
you know exactly who you're looking for.
Oh boy,
I
it's
do.
like a highlighter. It's like having a
Oh,
giant
where's Will?
highlighter.
Ah,
on
there he
scene.
is.
Yeah, but you have to
You
say
can't
that on
miss
the
it.
scene, there's so much happening and moving around, and there's could be a gajillion people.
I mean, he could be out of the corner of your eye in a lime green one. You'd be like, ah, because you know, and it startle you because he's so highlighter green.
no, it's not like an it's like, oh, there you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, because
I don't care what
I
you say.
provide
When
a
I
sense
see
of
him-
comfort.
No, when I see him in this office in that ugly lime green shirt, I want to burn it. I'd burn it on him. If I could light him on fire at that moment, I'd probably do it.
Wow.
If I wouldn't get in trouble.
I will have to say though, from like a color palette theory
Yeah.
and whatnot,
Color
I feel like
palette.
this one does
Yeah.
fit your skin tone a
Oh
lot
yeah,
better.
yeah.
Oh, does he
It
look
br-
nice in
It
it?
brings out my eyes, the crap brown of my eyes.
You don't take compliments well.
No, I don't. No, I'm not used to getting them, so I don't. But and that kind of goes like throughout my fire service career. I really don't like accolades when I do my job.
So you don't feel like you should be recognized for doing the bare minimum, or just not the
I
bare
just-
minimum, but
no,
like
I
doing
just-
what you're supposed to.
Yeah, I don't need.
Listen, I'll tell you whatever I want to tell you when I want to tell it to
That's
you.
why you're the commish, so it's fine. Do what you own.
Okay, I get that you would still watch Disney movies.
Do you realize?
But you?
Do you realize how much adult humor is in Disney movies?
Oh,
but
yeah.
you, big firefighter
Oh.
man,
You know
he
who
watches
watches,
all the cartoons.
You know who watches Disney movies all the time?
Levi.
Levi does.
Mm-hmm.
Levi,
You know what
I'm
his
still
favorite
afraid.
movies
I'm
is?
still afraid of Levi.
Why?
He intimidates me.
He can't do very much. He's kind of a gimp right now.
I was gonna say you could run away from him pretty
I
easily.
know, but he just looks rough and gruff.
It's because he
Legit.
has no emotions whatsoever.
No.
It's kind of like Will.
I was gonna say, is that why we get along so well?
I feel like the more like, not crabby, but less emotional the person is, the more I want to find out more about them.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's like, oh wow, like this is so fascinating. Like,
Here goes
Challenge
Challenge
accepted.
See, which is funny, right? Joe and I were talking about this last night to Matt Meyer, one of the deputy chief over in Vernonia. You know,
You went too?
yeah, went-
Okay.
I got enough stuff. But Chief is talking about how, like, we were talking about the social media blast that a lot of the fire departments get. And we talked about how nice and pleasant Joe is and how,
Joe Kaczynski?
yeah,
Yeah, he is actually.
yeah,
Kaczynski.
he's nice and pleasant and like all this stuff. And I'm more rough and to the
Yes,
point.
you are.
And
Yes, that's true.
for
Very
some
true.
reason, people tend to not like Joe, but they like me, and I don't like it.
Okay, yes, Joe always, he's usually smiley and nice to people, and he has that Joe, you just have to experience it. He has a Joe chuckle. He chuckles. Even if he's like being serious, just you can still get the chuckle out of him.
Uh-huh.
Will? Will's not a chuckler. Well, he is if he likes you, like with us, he'll laugh. But Will can be extremely serious and extremely to the point, so yeah, I get that. I could see you actually being more intimidating. I think you're more intimidating
Mhm.
because you're so straight and to
I
the
try.
point. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, people. Joe ain't no, Chief Joe is no pushover.
And Will's a big teddy bear.
Huh?
And Will's a big teddy bear.
Well, you're a teddy bear to us.
Some people.
Yeah. He's to his family. He's kind to his family. And all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, there's a heart in there somewhere. Sometimes you just
Some-
gotta,
it's
sometimes
buried-
you gotta kind of.
It's buried down deep.
I think I see it.
Yeah, you gotta unlock the door to get to it. but
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
there for some reason. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah. And then this one is Ultra Kind. very kind to everyone. And little spicy pants over here, Whiteman. She is kind, but she can be feisty. My goodness.
I'm mean.
She is not mean. She says she is, but I don't.
You haven't seen me mad. Like mad.
Yes, because she's nice to us. I don't know if I want to see you be mean.
I can't be mean to you guys. You guys will fire me.
Well, there's that.
It's niceness with intent.
It's I want to keep my job.
Chief Joe and Will, they like to gang up on me just to fluster me, and then they think it's funny. So there's that.
We're not the only ones that think it's funny.
Who else thinks it's funny?
It's pretty funny. Anyway,
You want to keep your job, right?
I love you, but it's kind of funny.
I'm pretty sure your husband thinks it's comical as well. Let's see, who else? Larry appreciates it.
That's, now that you say that, the next time Larry comes in here, he's gonna get a pelting. We're literally just gonna pelt the crap out of him.
Oh, perfect.
Haley and I.
Oh, that's fine.
Because Haley and I together against Larry is almost unfair. It's like at some point he can't defend himself. And you know what? No, that's not true. Because Larry acts like a wilted flower in front of people. Like, oh, I'm just so picked on. I can't hardly. So people actually feel sorry for him. People
That's
literally
true.
tell us how sorry they feel for Larry when Haley and I gang up on him. It ain't true. When nobody is around, I promise you, he can absolutely defend himself. And you want to talk about get some good licks in? He can. But he just acts like a wilted flower when people are around, so everyone feels sorry for him.
He knows how to
Oh.
work the system.
Yeah.
He does.
Well, he's been in the system for a long time.
Yeah.
He worked for, I guess he still works for JD. So he knows how to work that system.
Yeah, well, it doesn't, Haley and I really don't care. And
Yeah,
so we
that
just
is
pick
true.
on him more. We just pick on him more because when people are around, he acts like a wilted flower. But when they're not around, he is no wilted flower. Peace out, everyone.
No,
Glad
I
you
don't.
came.
I do not think so.
No?
No,
There's
we
so
cannot.
more to unpack.
10 minutes? What? 10 minutes and gotta go. I got work to do. Blah blah blah.
I am so sorry that workers' comp wants to be paid for their annual, and we had to buy all your Class B uniforms, and Beyond wants to get paid. Crazy. So
Pretty radical.
yeah, I had to get those checks in the mail.
Did you get them in the mail?
Yeah.
Oh, then we.
I got more stuff to do. You think that after I write those checks, my life ends?
Yeah.
No.
That's basically what it is, isn't it?
I gotta get my financials done.
Oh
Board
yeah,
meeting.
board meeting next weekend. Yeah.
You know, when you guys were all in your little classes, I got so much done yesterday. You guys were doing your little class.
2 hours?
Actually, it started when these girls had to go do their Peterson's.
Oh yeah, Sager.
Sager.
Bergenfeld, which we know.
Yeah, I got all my minutes done. My God. And then you guys all came in here to do the class. I was like,
I
okay.
didn't
So I
get
got all
here.
kinds of stuff.
I didn't get
Credit
here till.
card stuff done.
I didn't get here till like noon yesterday. You probably got lots done.
Really, you didn't
Yeah,
know.
pretty much. Yeah.
He
I
was
was-
at
I
a
wasn't at a meeting or
meeting
anything.
where they were complaining about my thin paper.
Yeah, stupid.
Hey, these are taxpayer dollars, people. I am trying to be a good steward of those taxpayer dollars and not waste anything. What's the saying? Waste not, want not. That's right. So when we had possibly a little stack of super duper ultra thin paper, copy paper, that probably was the
I
cheapest
don't
paper
think-
in the world to ever buy.
Hang on.
I
don't think
decided that we needed to use it because you know what? Taxpayer dollars bought that paper, and so we are going to use it. And these people have done nothing but
I'll be
complain.
sitting down.
I
Have
don't
done
think.
nothing but
I
complain about
don't
it.
think we can call that paper.
It was white.
It was white and you could print on it. Great. Was it made out of rice?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it was made out of
I
wood.
think it was.
It's like the paper out of a Bible.
Yeah, it was probably that thin. Hey, we used it up. It was utilized, and I feel good knowing that that money did not go to waste, and that paper did not go to waste.
And whatever it was made out of didn't go to waste.
Whatever it was made out of didn't go to
Could have
waste.
just
people.
gone to the recycle to make
No.
So that they
we
could-
paid for that.
so that
we
they
were
could
going to use
stack
it. How
two
much did
pieces
you buy?
together and make real paper.
Listen, it was purchased during the memorial stuff when we were doing that. I think Lindsay went and got some paper, that paper, probably at like high school pharmacy or something, or did you get it? One of you, it was either you or
You
her.
just gonna throw?
No, because
She had me
Lindsay,
pick up a bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to remember if maybe it was me. But it was the only paper that they had.
Is it only the point is, taxpayer dollars paid for that.
It was Dollar General.
Oh yeah, it was, huh? That's where you went.
That was the only paper that they had.
It was
How
Dollar
do we go
General.
up the street to high
It was
school?
Dollar General paper.
No wonder.
So actually, it was me, and it was out of desperation, not frugality.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I don't care. We were using it. When I got it back here and I saw there was like that much of that paper, I was like, well, I'm putting it in the copier machine. And then they had a class, again, where he had to print off a test or quiz or something, and everyone in the class was complaining about the paper.
Oh, it started with drill where I printed out size up cards.
Oh
And that didn't go over well. And then the officer development program had their tests,
Yeah.
and they weren't really happy about the paper that they
You
were
can
using.
see through it. You can see, if you print on both sides, you can see the back side. Literally.
Yeah, true statement. And then Chief had to print off some agendas for the Fire Defense Board meeting, and I had to print off some agendas and minutes and articles of incorporation
Makes
for
me so happy.
the
to
Crota
do this.
meeting.
I feel
I just
complete.
didn't know I
Okay.
was the one that bought it.
I love that it came from Dollar General.
I have something funny to share.
Yes,
Yes,
Haley.
you
Oh,
can.
come on in. Hey,
Hi.
Mama!
I have something funny. I'll stand in the thing and share.
Oh,
and
we're
share
gonna.
with the class.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sitting in my office and I'm cold, so I turn on my heat lamp and I'm sitting there and it's like, feeling good, and it has that sort of hum. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is that sound?
Mhm.
And I get up and I walk around because I hear like it sounds like air. Joe has a air
Yes!
conditioning
Air conditioner
hour.
going. Yes.
So it's like two different climates in the same hallway.
Yes.
I walk in, I'm like, oh, you have your AC going? He's like, yeah, it's hot. And I'm like, I just turned my heat lamp
It's
on. And
1,000
he's like, what is wrong with you?
It's 1,000 degrees in our office.
Okay, here's the deal.
How
I
do
think
you
it's
have
the
cold?
women. I'm not trying to be sexist, but this is the women against the men.
Yes.
I am sweating.
These
It's
two,
so cold.
I'm cold in my sweatshirt
Chief
right now.
Joe and Will, are
Yeah.
in their offices sweating to death. I mean,
Yeah.
sweating to death, talking about how hot it is and everything. They put little AC units in their offices.
Yep.
True statement.
In my office, I will have a heater on because it's
Yep.
so freaking
It's
cold in
so
there.
cold.
As will Haley. She brings a sweatshirt, so does she. And this room gets cold too.
I feel like Kelby's on
Joe-
our side.
Well,
Chief,
I can understand at least.
Kelby Canoe.
This is a practical standpoint
Yes, I love practical.
because they
It better
have
be good. It better be good.
Practical.
they
Kelby.
have
Practicality.
big windows in their off. Like they have the window light coming in.
She has a. Don't look at me like that. You have as much window as she has.
Except Will's is a little bit darker. I know. Joe's.
Why are
I
you
went.
defending him because he taught you how to tie a knot?
No, I'm trying to look at it from an unbiased, all-around perspective.
When I told Chief,
But it does get cold in here. I will say that.
when I told Chief that my
Cold.
heater was on, he
Practicality.
said it's like the heat miser and Mr. Freeze are like duking it out in the hallway right now. It's
Yes. Yes.
I'll have to go turn my AC off.
No.
So we win.
But I went in Joe's
Get your
office
heat
one
lamp,
afternoon
Mary.
and it was
Get it
hot.
out.
It
No,
was, it was
see,
warm because it
and
gets
I,
really warm.
I
in
don't know what it is
I
about
bet
mine
I would
and
love Joe's office.
I
I
think-
seriously.
That's what I said.
I don't know what it
I
is
asked him if he
about
wanted to
mine and
switch.
Joe's office, but it is 1,000 degrees in our
I know.
office.
I
It
think
is.
that
No, I know
the
what it
sun
is.
hits that first. so
Is it
you
all the
get
hot
that-
air that comes?
That, and I think that like, well, I can't say that on here.
No. Share with the class.
Okay, you know how women sync up?
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
These two together. It's the worst combination.
It is.
When Joe is on one,
Yeah.
like here's Joe's office and here's Will's office, and they feed off of each other. So if one does something, the other one follows suit
Yes.
right away, and then it's the Joe Will team against all of us.
It's true. They always agree with each other on everything. Mary
Yes.
Ann and I, we are independent thinkers. We don't have to always align.
We're independent
Well, the men,
thinkers.
they just have to agree on everything.
They need to be in
We
groups
don't,
for comfort.
though.
Yes.
Oh, is it comforting for you?
We only like to be in groups for comfort, like going to the bathroom.
That's weird.
You guys been coming together?
You can't say that we have.
Really good.
So I walk in here.
babe?
Oh, it's comforting. Like when I like sitting in the ambulance and doing my homework.
That's right. We had that discussion that you scared Haley one day. Haley walks into the ambulance, it's dark, and she looks up and and there's Kelby.
Well,
Ooh,
it's
their computer. Yes.
Well,
I
it's
see
just
you there.
silent and silent, and just when it's dark, it's easier for me to concentrate. You just get less distracted.
But Haley's like not expecting it. That's
I
so-
left the door open though, so
Kelby, that's so funny. It's so Kelby.
Yeah.
Hi.
Don't be alarmed. It's just me. It's left.
Yay!
And then you're a doctor?
No. I wish. No. Step one of my academic career. where
5
you
classes
That-
and then
pay
you're done.
money and you don't make money.
So 5 classes and then you're done with this online thing?
Undergraduate degree.
Undergraduate degree. 5 classes. So is that like 1 semester? Or is that like after this semester you have 5 classes?
I don't do it by semester. I just do it back to back. So as soon as
Okay.
one ends on the Sunday, I start doing it on a Monday.
Wow.
So I have had maybe like a 2-month break in the
Oh.
combined 3 years that I've been at school.
Oh, wow.
Well, at least you lasted 3 years. I didn't last that.
It was supposed to be 5 years
Very driven girl.
Yeah.
But is it because you did so much that you now?
because I would double up on classes. One time I think I tripled and I almost died. Yeah.
Because you want to get rid of, I can still see it.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I got
Your bruise.
Yeah.
She has a bruise in her ear because she went to jiu-jitsu and got kicked in the ear.
Well, then last night I was rolling with this guy, this big dude named Brian, and I was like, "Hey Brian, my ear like is pretty bruised up. If you could just like be careful."
If you
And he's
could
like, "Oh!"
if
And
you
I was
could
like,
not kick it,
"Brian!"
hit it.
I was like, "Ouch, dang it!" And he's like, "Oh, sorry." And I was like, "Either that was really rude, or you have short-term memory loss. We'll go with the latter for my emotional purposes."
You get hit in the head enough. You get
I just don't want a big cauliflower ear.
Just-
Okay? I'm here to photograph your wedding. I also can like take a
Oh,
few
yeah.
punches to the head.
She would, never mind, that's not nice to say.
I'd
Okay,
probably
fine.
get
She would like,
surgery.
you know the Goonies?
You're like, oh, that's not nice to say. But wait.
What's his name? The monster on Goonies?
Oh, God. Have you guys seen those, it's like a YouTube cooking thing where they're making miniature foods? Like a little miniature
Of
burger.
course you would.
Like a big, in a dollhouse,
Yeah, I think I've seen.
where they cook, like, they take like this little drop of hamburger meat and throw it on a little tiny frying pan and fry it up.
Is that not something a guy would watch? I mean, it's for real.
It sounds kind of therapeutic in a way. Yeah.
You need to stop agreeing with everything he says.
I'm not agreeing with everything he
Kelby
says.
Canoe.
She's just seeing it from a practical standpoint.
Okay, from a practical standpoint.
Oh yes, miniature food cooking shows are very practical.
Well,
You know
well,
what's also
oh my
very
gosh.
therapeutic?
I agree with her for therapeutic, but practical? Get
No,
out
That's a
of
little
She-
stretch.
She is agreeing with me from a practical standpoint. I didn't say
You
this
taught
was
her how to
practical
tie
at all.
some knots.
You're right. I did. That's my job.
You know what else is very therapeutic? The baby sensory videos, but they're the freaks dancing. It's so much
No.
No, Hey Bear is not a
It's
therapeutic.
pathetic that you know what she's talking
I
about.
have a
Yes,
2-year-old.
Yes, children.
I've had to be
He's an
subjected.
involved father.
I've had to be subjected to these sensory videos since she was a baby.
Do they really like it?
Oh yeah, it's like crack.
Oh, no.
They'll
I don't
just
need
sit there and
that
go.
Wow.
Lily.
She is over it.
She has to watch her horse, baby horse,
Baby horse?
babies. She thinks like little humans are babies to her,
Mm-hmm.
and they're riding horses.
So like race horses?
No.
What are you talking
Like little kids,
about?
like
Is this like a
4 or 5-year-olds.
Mhm.
She calls them babies. So
Mhm.
she needs to watch her baby ride the horse. So
In the
these,
video?
yeah, it's a YouTube video of kids going out and feeding a horse, and
Oh
then
my
they gotta
gosh.
brush it,
You have
and
a
then
problem.
they've gotta saddle it.
You have a problem.
It's gonna be your problem.
It's gonna be your problem.
It's gonna be your problem.
She is
Just like-
if she's already a freak about horses, you have a problem.
I'm pretty sure that you made it my problem when she
She's
had to go
gonna
watch her
bat-
sister.
She's gonna bat her little eyes at you Oh boy. And you're a sucker. So,
Your little niece needs some horse stuff, so she's gonna come over and hang out with you for a bit, okay? Thanks.
okay,
Oh,
I'll be over in
okay,
10.
bye.
No, don't even call. He'll just be, oh, she wants to see the horsies.
Marianne!
I'll be back in an hour.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Have
And I
fun
can't
with
say
that.
that to her because she's so freaking cute.
Oh yeah, she'll
Okay,
come
I'm
up
not
and
I'm not a baby
she'll
person.
come up and hug you, and you'll be like, oh,
Oh
oh,
my God.
oh.
It happens. It happens.
Mary,
I've never
what
been
has happened?
myself an HP.
Okay, those are the best computers.
How do you know?
I have one. My
They're way
laptop's an
better.
HP.
They're way better than your singing computer,
I love
My
Apple.
computer things?
because it's Adele.
That's really funny, actually.
Stop laughing and doing everything
was
he
good.
does. What is
It was
wrong
good.
with you?
It was good. It was unexpected.
I practiced my rope skills, Will. Wink, wink. I think everything Will says is right. Yes. Oh, too hot in this building. Look at this now, Will. Oh my gosh.
Why do you feel so sensitive towards me agreeing with something that he says?
Because
or laughing
Will
at
is
a funny
wrong.
joke?
Will is wrong.
I agree with you too.
When he is not around.
Coffee coming out of your nose is gonna hurt really bad.
Oh, Will.
See, what was funny
My
is
boss.
what was funny is it wasn't, oh well, no, it was a blatant and just direct laugh to that
Oh, Will, you're so funny.
I don't like Dell computers or HP. I like Apple. I don't like either of your computers.
So you don't like us?
Is that, do you associate with your computer? Is your identity wrapped up in the computer which you use?
No.
I feel like we have serious issues.
joke. I'm pretty sure you cannot fight with a psychology major.
I can try.
I got in trouble so much as a kid for arguing with my parents, but I wouldn't do it in like, it wasn't like a super disrespectful way. It was like, here's your rules and here's why you're wrong. Let's explore this.
Let's talk.
Yeah. They were just like, oh. But then sometimes we get in trouble.
You
And I
should
took
teach Ireland how to
I
do
took
that.
a vow of silence for 15 minutes. That's how long it lasted.
I think you should teach your kind arguing skills.
Try that.
With Ireland.
Yeah, try it.
This is the part where he's not warm and fuzzy.
Try it. It'll be fun for a second. It'll be fun for you for a second.
No, it won't, because this is what will happen. Ireland will call me on the phone crying that you were mean to her, and then
Probably.
I will be like, I'll be right there, honey. And it'll be a problem.
Yeah, with dad and daughters, it's very hard for a dad to stand their ground in a mean way for very long.
Yeah, for very long.
For
Yeah.
very long.
You-
They can do it, and then it usually ends
How
up
come you
with.
can't handle those eyeballs? Those
I've had
big,
practice.
brown, batty eyeballs.
I've had practice.
Aubrey's got them too. I mean,
Yeah,
Aubrey's
that-
got
there's
those
my practice.
big, sweet eyeballs.
hmm
She bats her little eyes at you. How can you say no to her?
It's really hard, but you can do
Whew.
it.
You just don't
Just
look.
little cuties.
You don't look at the eyelashes.
They're little cuties. Mm-hmm.
See, and
That'd be hard.
Ireland,
If Aubrey cried to me, I mean, well, she did the one time she rode the horse and she cried and I felt bad. I'm serious. I felt bad for weeks. I felt bad for weeks.
and Ireland has little blue eyes.
She's such a pretty little girl. Goodness.
hmm
And she's got so much charisma.
Oh yeah,
Whew.
call it that. She's turning two.
Oh man.
Now she's yelling at you.
Yeah, but I think it's funny when she's
Stop!
She's funny when she's crabby, because like when you guys came to the funeral and I looked at her and she was in Tiffany's arms. I don't know if she just woke up or what her deal was, but I looked at her and she looked at me like, and I had to laugh at it because she was so crabby. But then you just give her a little laugh.
And then
she's cute.
and then she's in Tiffany's arms, and she looks over at Marianne, and she goes, down. And then
Oh
Tiffany
my
drops her,
gosh.
and she just
She
drops
walks
her
over like this to me. How could I resist her?
and gave you like a 5-minute hug.
She did. She hugged me.
Oh yeah, just she gives some good squeezes now.
She does. She gives a good hug, that kid. She She's
And
adorable.
a little pat on the back as she's hugging you.
She did.
That's
She's
so
Yes.
cute.
That's a cute kid. I mean, she's like buttering me up, and she's what, just turned 2.
Yeah.
Not even.
It's a problem.
She's not there yet.
It's
Good
a,
luck.
August 22nd, she'll be 2.
August 22nd. She's not even 2, and she's buttering me up. Well,
Tip-
it's summertime.
Tiffany's got like a little floaty for her. They went down to Big Eddie yesterday, and apparently she just lays on the floaty like this.
Yay.
And then somebody will come around and like make waves and splash or whatever. She'll go, stop!
She is relaxing. She's my next princess.
Somebody tried to set Christmas Valley on fire yesterday.
Oh, is that where the complex was going?
No, they're going up to Doover. It's like Larry's
Like
Tough
a
Sheds.
shed.
So people take their Tough Sheds and they build a little shantyville because they don't meet the square foot requirements that is needed for a building permit. And so they do everything themselves, and they probably don't have the electrical know-how. So I could see a lot of fires happening there because people are just doing stuff the redneck way, because it works.
Also, on the same topic of starting fires, I have something that, I don't know how to dispose of it, but one of the radio chargers,
Oh, yeah.
when I was cleaning
This
it
is
up,
bad.
and I like plugged it in.
Maybe I'll put this on the cat podcast. Maybe I'll put this part on the podcast.
No, it's fine, it's
Okay.
just not good. It starts
It's not good.
smoking, and
So
I,
smoky.
Oh, see, the problem is you let the blue smoke out. If you let the blue smoke out, the thing doesn't work anymore.
I don't
You
wanna
gotta
come to
keep
you
that.
and be like, excuse
The
me,
blue
boss, I
smoke.
burned
Yeah,
down the
you gotta
station."
keep the blue smoke in.
I don't even, what are you on?
You gotta keep the blue smoke in, otherwise it won't work.
Yeah, I think that
As
was.
soon as you let the blue smoke out, it stops working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and then things combust,
Yeah, that does.
and that would be,
So he's
I
trying to
don't,
tell you
did we-
it's your fault?
No, I was gonna say, did we throw that charger away
I just didn't know how you wanted me to dispose of it,
in the garbage?
just in the garbage, okay, can't do.
In the round pile.
Section of the video is sponsored by Aunt Julie Ramsey. And Aunt Julie, Will and Kaylee would like to inform you of what they're craving. Okay, kids. Oh, what did you say?
You gotta
Cream-
speak up so she.
Kaylee said cream puffs.
Wait, she
Cream
makes
puffs.
cream puffs?
Oh yeah, they're the bestest.
Cream puffs.
Yeah, but
Especially,
And did you want the
Go
peanut
with
butter
both.
ones?
especially the chocolate peanut butter
Both,
ones.
because Kelby hasn't had either of
I
them.
want,
man.
do they have vanilla?
You want the what? What kind would you like, dear?
Just a regular cream
Look at
puff.
her freak out over a
vanilla.
cream puff.
I like vanilla, I love cream puffs.
Oh, I can tell. Gosh, that's the most excited I've seen you
Wait,
get in a while.
so she needs to make vanilla cream puffs, the normal chocolate and banana cream puffs, and
Not
then
all in the
chocolate
same-
Oh
peanut
man,
butter.
the chocolate.
Honestly,
I love
not all on
the
the same day,
the
Aunt
chocolate
Julie.
peanut butter one. Ugh.
Oh, it's good.
That'll
It's
blow
really
the
rich,
vanilla one
but
out of
it's
the
good.
water.
So cream puffs
Every
it is
time.
for the next time. Okay, and again, that section of the video is sponsored by Aunt Julie.
So
Oh,
you gotta
don't
realize
finally
that
get-
one of you is not working on a Monday.
I will come in and grab a cream
They
puff and I will eat.
so
So Aunt Julie, Tuesdays are preferred.
yep, because one of you is not working on a Monday, and they will be gone by Monday evening.
So Tuesday, and
But
Tuesday,
they have to be
Tuesday.
gone before drill, so nobody joins them, because I will.
This, so
Bite
they
your
want him here so they
No,
can
we'll
eat
just
him
hide them.
before drill.
Let's get.
Where are
let's
you
get-
gonna hide him?
Oh, I'm wise.
I'm
How about?
brilliant, I'm being
How about?
rich.
My
I
house.
no. How about like an empty like green
Hold
bean
on.
bag
Sure,
from
but do you
Costco?
realize volunteers watch this and you're telling them where you're gonna hide it?
Well, by then they'll be gone.
They're like, what cream puffs? We don't.
Kaylee and I are gonna buy a mini fridge.
You'd be like,
I have a
We're gonna
mini fridge.
We're gonna put
I
a lock
have one
on
I
it,
can bring.
Aunt Julie never brought those.
and it's gonna say like something like medications on it.
Poisonous medication.
Steve walks in. This is far enough in the podcast. People aren't probably watching
Yeah.
it this far, so it really doesn't matter.
They've turned it off by now. And
Unless
Julie's now in the kitchen.
I feel like
I'm making cream puffs for the kids.
You know what? I feel like we could do two versions of one podcast.
Okay.
We could do the shortened version,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I don't mind doing this, but just going in and editing like little
it's all yours.
clips.
You
And then-
just edit your heart away. I've
Oh.
got a bunch of podcasts on that iPad
That's how
that you
New
can just
Heights
play
they
all
put
you
it
want.
on IG because when they
Not
put New
IG.
Heights on IG, I'm just saying.
But we can do
They
it.
just do clips.
Yep, we can do IG, TikTok,
Tickety tack, all the times you're gonna get
the
your
Facebook,
information.
Facebook's got stuff now,
Yeah,
Threads,
it's just,
Fred?
yeah.
you put it all
I've
over
seen a lot of
Instagram
fire
has reels.
departments though have some pretty cool stuff, like pretty popular social media
Mhm.
stuff.
Sorry.
Fire Department Chronicles.
Yeah, it's the stuff you send me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sponsor.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
He wants
Blueberry
you to
bourbon.
sponsor because he just likes to suck down coffee constantly.
True statement.
Wait,
You have
I
to-
think we have enough points that we could get we could get your tumbler.
What?
Yes, I think we have enough points saved up.
Sold.
Legit. We have to go run
Oh.
fire department copy. It's not like you don't know how to get into my account.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a bazillion points, but I think we were I think it was like 1,000 points we had to have to get the tumbler. I bet we have the 1,000 points now. I've been waiting. I've been saving those points for you, Mr.
BT dubs.
Argumentative.
Well, yeah, I'm good at that. Anger and aggression
Hoarding them all.
comes from the medulla oblongata.
Is she looking it up?
I'm looking at it. I was looking at my textbook and then seeing if it
Do you
talked
think
about
we're really? I mean, we're
You know where I
argumentative.
learned that from?
What?
Waterboy.
Okay.
it. I was gonna-
Yep.
that sounded familiar.
Here's the thing. We argue with each other.
Jealousy, anger, and aggression come from the medulla oblongata. But Mama said the medulla oblongata. Oh, there's Steve-O.
You're on camera if you come over here.
Oh, snap. Back to the podcast again.
Yeah. I like the hat. I like that color.
Yeah, that is cool. The old stick figure.
Yeah. Don't you get
This is a discussion topic that I have to
Oh,
answer.
sweet. Let's go.
It's offer an example of two groups that you belong to. Describe a situation where you experience,
Is this a group? Is this counted? as a group?
yeah, social loafing.
What
So-
is that?
Social loafing?
Yeah, help me
Yeah.
out.
Help us out, little.
What's it? What's social
We don't know
loafing?
your lingo.
Loafing? Like, what do you think
Being
of loafing?
lazy?
Being lazy,
Okay,
right?
Okay.
So like if I was in a group and I was being social loafing, like if I was loafing, right? Then I would be the person that probably would be going off of like someone else's initiation for either discussion or
Like you
or
have
like
your
there's a
own
group
ritual.
project, right?
That's usually, we try to get Marianne out of her social loafing by.
Oh, BS.
Rather.
I have my own opinions about everything and I am not shy about giving them to anyone.
But when you're social loafing, Joe and I have to pick at you so that you come out of your office and actually talk
Because
to us.
I'm working.
No,
Work.
social
Well,
loafing,
try
pretty
it.
sure.
Yes, no. that's
Or I don't know how to pronounce this. Deniventation, which is a process where people lose their sense of social individual identity and resort to unsocialized and antisocial behavior.
Oh,
Well, I
that's
am
me.
antisocial.
Ooh,
Yes.
bingo,
Well,
nailed it.
yeah, we got a whole group over here.
Hermits.
And we're proud. Hermits and proud.
What
people.
might have been some ways that you could have
Those
prevented this
things.
from occurring? So just
What
like
if I didn't want to prevent it from occurring?
Well, why wouldn't you?
Because people.
People
Because
are
people.
dumb.
I think for me it's because I'm more sensitive and people hurt my feelings. Well, you don't. And
I
people,
try really hard.
well, people actually hurt my feelings a lot, and so I think over the years I have become more hermity because I'm protecting myself from people. So if I'm being honest, that's true.
Especially like it's negative experiences can,
Yeah,
can
so I
kind of
just
shift
assume-
you into that.
I just assume to be alone now, and I am very comfortable being alone. Yes.
I was very disappointed that I did not get my alone time during the.
See, that's you and I relate on that
Mhm.
for sure. We get it.
I do like being alone.
As
But I
does
think there's
Haley.
but I think there's different group dynamics that can help people either like shut down or go into like their hermit mode.
Mm.
Or if you're like a mandatory in that, if it's a mandatory like whether for your work or school or whatever, if you have to be in that group setting, or you can be people that can help pull that out of like, or make that person feel comfortable or create a connection.
Yeah.
Right?
Because we're really tight. I mean, we're like brother and sister. And so.
No, we are.
Yes, we are. And
There's no like about it.
and
There's no
so-
like, we are.
Yeah. So like when we're here, and there's times I'm yelling at Will to come out
Right.
of this little shell back there, so he'll come and visit with. So I do like visiting with like, with you guys.
Right.
I'm very comfortable with you.
Right.
And there's certain people that I enjoy visiting with. I enjoy visiting with you, but you don't hurt my feelings. You're not that kind of a person. So So there's certain people I choose to,
Right.
but honestly, the majority of people, if I had my choice, I would just be a hermit.
Every 5th Wednesday in November.
Oh yeah.
I sit at my desk for
Kaylee, I had her pick up dishes one time at a 5th Wednesday, and I thought she might have a little meltdown. Seriously, and I think it was real.
I was not that close.
It was real.
Yeah, it's interesting because like with groups too, it's like if you're in like a group setting, for me personally, sometimes I don't know what to do. Like I like talking to people, but then if my social quota is filled, I'm like I'm done. And so I like to be like the person who's helping because I enjoy helping,
I'd
but
rather
also
help.
it gives me something to do.
See, and I also have a lot of social anxiety because I was ruined in the fire service of a lot of people in a small area. I start to feel claustrophobic. I'm looking for ways out. I don't like shopping. I don't like going to Walmart or Costco.
Or when they do breaks, I hate breaks.
I feel you on
I
that.
hate breaks and I hate lunch.
I gotta walk.
I don't know what to do.
I gotta walk outside.
I'll go in my car
Yep.
because I don't know what to do.
I'll go
That's real.
to the bathroom. and
The
literally
trick
just
to it
Yeah.
is you go with her dad,
Oh, he talks to her.
problem solved.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
very social.
Well, it's very interesting because like having been in like going with my dad to like different business things and whatnot, and like having to like be in different business settings, I think the biggest thing that I've learned is just to start like if you have like a set questions that you do, and then people love just to talk about themselves or what they're doing, and so you just sit there and just keep asking question after question, and then you have a good exit question or a good exit way, and then you're done with the conversation. I always just find good people around the food though. I always start conversations around
Yeah.
food.
I heard actually this lady said a good place to if like there's a buffet is to position yourself at the end of the buffet. It's a good place, she said, to start conversation because she said people were insecure when they turned around, they didn't know where to sit.
Right.
It's a very insecure moment for that person, and you could strike a conversation with them, and you'll actually make them feel more comfortable. But I thought that was interesting.
I don't like people
Unless
talking to
you're
me at
me.
the buffet.
I don't like I'm
So
dead
don't do
serious.
that
I don't
to
know
Will.
what to do. I don't know what to do.
Don't talk to me when I'm trying to get food.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'd talk to you.
Have you ever done that though? Like you're getting your food from a buffet and the person on the other side of the buffet is trying to talk to you about what food you're getting?
Hell no.
What? Stop talking to me.
No, that's no.
I'm belling up to the bar.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't talk to me when I'm trying to get food. I don't know you.
Or they look.
But
Now,
even,
if it-
even a simple introduction of like, hey, I don't think we've met. I'm Kelby.
Yeah.
Like, what brings you? Like, what do you?
But I think also it's like for someone like you, to do that, there's a warmth to you. There's a warmth to you, that you're not threatening. You're not a threat. I mean, when I look at you, I think not threatening is the right word. Because I would look at you and think that you're just a very warm, you just you exude that warmth. So I also think it would have to do with the people that came up to you and talked, if I thought they were genuine or not. If I thought you were not genuine and you were just walking around shaking everybody's hands, doing your job, I would just be like, you can just pass me right on by. I'm not interested.
I was gonna say, I've had a few of those moments at a work convention of, hey, we don't think we've met, and says, oh, hi.
You know where that stems from, I'll bet, is because our childhoods were
Yeah.
paralleled, is you had to learn how to read people very quickly.
Oh, I can
And
read.
protect yourself massively.
Yeah, you
So-
have no choice but to learn
yeah.
that habit.
So you're
Learn how to do that.
constantly scanning
Always.
for bad people,
Always.
and anytime you see it,
What their
you,
intention is.
Right.
you don't give them the time of day.
Yes, sir. That's even who
Yeah,
actually
cream puffs.
watched that long deserves a cream puff.
Pretty buff.
So come by and we'll.
Yeah. Aunt Julie will have these down here.
I was gonna say, Aunt Julie will bring them down, come on by, they'll be gone by the time you get here.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Or these three will have hidden them.
Yeah.
And
Or
tell
like
you
your
she
fingers.
didn't
Yeah,
bring
I
them.
will hide them in my stomach.
Everybody tries to touch cream puff and bite your finger.
Well, we talked about these cream puffs. She about hit the ceiling. She was so excited. Aunt Julie makes cream puffs?
Hey, Julie's got cream puffs? Okay, bye.
Bye.